Welcome to Chapter 5, Lesson 6. This is the green lesson, so it's problem-solving investigation, and the strategy that we're talking about today is making a table. Okay, so you really need to focus on being able to make a table for the word problems in this lesson, because making a table, while you might be able to just do the multiplication later or without making the table, when you get further on or into grade 5 or grade 6, this is going to be a strategy you really need. And so you want to learn it now when the numbers are a bit easier, okay, so that you already know how to do it when it comes time for harder things. Okay, learn the strategy. Each roller coaster car holds 18 people. Okay, so right away I'm thinking one car to 18 people. Okay, every minute a new car is filled. Make a table to find how many can ride it in 60 minutes. Okay, number 1, step, understand. What facts do you know? There are blank people per car. Okay, there are 18 people per car. What do you need to find? We need to find the number of people who can ride in 18 minutes. Okay, now we have a plan. I can make a table to find the number of people who can ride in 60 minutes. Oops. 60 minutes, not 18 minutes. Number of people who can ride in 60 minutes. Okay, start by finding the product. Okay, product means answer to a multiplication of 18 times 10. Why are they choosing 10? It seems a bit random, but 10 is just a nice and easy number to multiply by. Okay, so they want us to work our way up from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so we're working our way slowly up. Okay, so when you make a table, you always have at least two things. You have minutes and passengers in this problem. Okay, so the first step is to draw the box, and then you write in the two things that you're comparing. So we're comparing minutes to passengers. Okay, so we know that after 1 minute, there's 18 people. So after 10 minutes, there's 180 people. So how much people would we have after 20 minutes? So we can do 2 times 18. Or if I'm thinking about 2 times 18 should be the same as 4 times 9 because we have the same factors. So it should be the same as 4 times 9. Or we could do 2 times 18. Okay, what is 4 times 9? 4 times 9 is 36. So 36, but don't forget we have a 0 here. Okay, now our next one, we're doubling it. Okay, so this one should be the same as 3 times 18. But I know in 18 there's 2 9s, right? It's 2 times 9. Does that make sense? Because 18 is the same as 2 times 9, right? 2 times 9 equals 18. So if I'm saying 3 times 18, I'm saying it's the same as 3 times 2 times 9. Remember the associative property? It doesn't matter which way you group. So I can do 6 times 9 if I wanted to, okay? So 6 times 9 is 54, which is, don't forget the 0, so 540. Okay, this one would be 40. Okay, or 4 times 18, okay? Or it is really 40, but we'll put in the 0 later. Okay, and remember, this is the same as 2 times 9. So to make multiplication easier, I'm going to use the associative property and do 4 times 2, which is 8. So then I have 8 times 9. 8 times 9, do you guys know it, is 72. And don't forget the 0. Okay, this one is 5 times 18, okay, which is the same as 5 times 2 times 9. Okay, so I'm going to do 10 times 9. 10 times 9 is 90, and don't forget the 0. And now we get to what will be our final answer. We can stop after we get to this, 60 minutes, okay, which would be 6 times 18, or 6 times 2 times 9, which is the same as 12 times 9, which we know is 108. And don't forget the 0, so we have 1,080. Okay, so 1,080 people can ride the roller coaster in 60 minutes. Okay, now let's check. We're going to do a check. So let's see if we had just did 60 times 18. Let's see what we would have come up with. 8 times 0. 8 times 6 is 48. Oops. 48. Second row, we always add the 0. And then 1 times 0. And 1 times 6. 0 plus 0. 8 plus 0. And then 10. Which is the same answer. So yes, 60 times 18 equals 1,080. Okay, so we use the chart. All right, let's flip to the back. There are 20 sea lions in a circus. Each sea lion can juggle 5 balls at a time. So 1 sea lion to 5 balls. How many balls will the sea lion need for their act if they all perform at the same time? So what's the multiplication problem here? It's going to be 20 times 5, right? But we're learning to make the table, so let's just do it how the strategy goes. Okay, so what facts do we know? I know that there are 20 sea lions who each need 5 balls. What do you need to find? Okay. I need to find the total number of balls that will be needed for the circus. Okay, what am I going to do? What's my plan? Okay, you can always pause it on that screen if you're not done copying. I plan to organize the information in a table. Okay, because that's our strategy. Okay, so what are the 2 things we're comparing here? We're comparing sea lions and we're comparing balls. Okay, so that's going to be... Okay, now if I would try to make your chart as neat as possible. You can even use a ruler if you want. I don't have a ruler with me now, but... Okay, sea lions. Okay, so what do we want to count by? Okay, we're going up to 20, so let's count by 5. Okay, so 1 sea lion. I always like to start with 1 of the first thing, right? Because we want to know the ratio. So 1 sea lion has 5 balls. Okay, let's do how many would 5 sea lions have? Well, 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, if we have 10 sea lions, how many balls would they need? Well, 10 times 5 is 50. Okay, what if we have 15 sea lions? Okay, well, 15 times 5 is 75. Okay, now 20. 20 times 5. Well, we just keep the 0, and 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, and 20 is what we were trying to get to, so we're done. This is where our answer is going to be. So, 100 balls will be needed for the circus. Does your extra answer make sense? Yes? And let's just do our check. So 20 times 5. 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 2 is 10. Yes, I multiplied vertically, that's this one, to check. Awesome. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you one more problem, so don't cut the video just yet. Okay, but for the picture, let's draw a sea lion. Do you think we can try? Let's see. This guy up here, he looks kind of ominous. Oh boy, this is going to be a big challenge for me. I'm not a sea lion drawing kind of person. I think it's above my skill level. Some of you are quite talented. Let's see, I don't remember what kind of tails sea lions have. There's this flipper. Got to have some whiskers, of course. Sea lions always have whiskers. And let's say he's balancing a nice ball on his nose. Okay. All right. Before we go, let's look over to the back. It doesn't have a building on essential questions, but it has this use math tools. It says write a real world problem that would involve making a table to find the answer. Okay, so I always find in class people really struggle when you have to write your own word problem. Here's a little trick that I do. I look through the page and I look for a word problem that I like that ended up with me making a table. So there's one here. Corey and his 2 friends earned $12, blah, blah, blah. But what about this one? This one's nice and simple. A lizard eats 6 crickets each day. How many crickets does it eat in 13 weeks? So I basically use the same structure here, and I write my own. So I'm not going to use cricket. I wrote rabbit. I'm not going to use crickets. I'll use carrots. And I'm not going to use the number 6. I'll use the number 4. But I can use the same structure. So look how similar these are. A rabbit eats 4 carrots a day. How many carrots will it have eaten in 4 weeks? So it's very similar in structure. So you can pick a word problem that you like and then just replace the words and the topic and use the structure they give you to write your own. Okay, see you in class.